Pounding surf on the west coast, especially north of Point Arguello, which would be right up here if you're planning on doing a little swimming at Point Sal State Park. Be advised there could be some dangerous rip currents. I am Dave Schwartz. Stormy weather off the west coast. The storms have been heading toward the west coast and then hanging a left and heading right up here towards southeastern Alaska. And that's pretty much going to be happening here too the next couple of days. But there's a big storm that's just off the screen. You can see some of the clouds in association with that. Once that parks itself here in central and southern California, there'll be more than just pounding surf. That water will be pounding your head from top down. The sky's going to be falling in Los Angeles this weekend. Here in San Francisco, we've had some showers. The heaviest rainfall totals so far that I've seen have been up in Marin County and in Napa County, up to about a half an inch of rain. Pretty respectable here. Stockton with a shower this past hour. Looks like it's raining in Sacramento. Just some light raining out in the foothills of the Sierra Nevada mountains. Otherwise, the weather was pretty quiet today. Up in Seattle, beautiful day, sunshine. Bellingham, north of town, reported visibility at 100 miles. We were able to see Mount Baker today in those clear skies and dry air, too. Have you noticed that? With low pressure offshore here and high pressure here, we've had an offshore wind flow, and the winds have been coming down from the Cascade Mountains, downsloping winds, really drying out, similar to the Chinook effect on the east side of the Rocky Mountains. We were stuck, though, here in Lander with the snow cover at 20, Denver at 31, but warmer weather is on the way for you. I shouldn't say that. You know what? It's going to be cold here in Denver. Further west, it's actually going to warm up. Salt Lake City, Grand Junction, Albuquerque, now I'm talking. Here in Southern California, 54 degrees at the Civic Center. We've got partly cloudy skies, 60 at San Diego. And once again, the heavy surf advisory in effect just north of Santa Maria for the Central Coast. Heavy surf advisory through tonight and tomorrow. That may have to be extended here to the beaches of Southern California. Sets up here at the beaches 6 to 8, sometimes 10 feet. Further north, that's where we run into the rain, but it's mild, 56 in San Francisco, 48 down in the capital city, 39 up at Blue Canyon, and 33 in Reno. 43 degrees, our current temperature here in Portland, and 44 in Seattle. Watch out for the fog in Yakima. It's thick. Pendleton up to the Tri-Cities, also some thick fog tonight. Burns, we're not burning things up, at 20 degrees. Here's the real cold air north of the Arctic Circle. Look how cold it is at Umiat, 29 below. Barrow at 20 degrees below zero. And some of this cold air from at least north-central Canada is going to be spilling southward into Chicago, New York, Atlanta, and Tampa this weekend. It's going to get very cold eastern half of the country. Look at this. There's that big storm I was talking about. This is going to be the big rainmaker for you in Los Angeles and San Diego, beginning sometime Friday and lasting at least through Saturday. The forecast, the preliminary forecast right now, is for rainfall totals to exceed an inch, maybe even 2 or 3 inches in the valleys and coastal areas, 3 to 5 inches in the mountains with snow melt there. This is going to be a warm system, at least initially, so there could very well be some flooding again this weekend in Southern California. Earthquake activity report from north to south were pretty quiet until we hit the area near Bishop. There were several weak temblors registering under 3 on the Richter scale, and 1 just south of the border. Elsewhere in the United States, all the bad weather now is concentrated from the Appalachian Mountains east. Now this is the same storm, or at least this area of low pressure is the same storm that caused all the flooding in Newport Beach, California, right here last Sunday. Made its way across the southwest and then headed right up through the Great Lakes into the north and west of that. This was all snow right in here, 1 to locally 6 inches of snow, while it's the rain that is coming down now that's heading into New York City. And up here at Messina, New York, freezing rain is being reported right now. That's rain with the surface temperature at 32 degrees or below, and more of that is likely in Albany the next few hours, up to Glens Falls, right up to Lake Champlain. Winter weather advisory out for snow and freezing rain, maybe a little sleet too. There was even a report of some sleet in Allentown this past hour, but the temperature is 38 degrees. Just wet track through the Lehigh Valley. Same story for you in Boston, Hartford, New Haven, New York City, and Philadelphia. Washington, D.C., rain is just about over. This is going to be a quick shot, and then it'll be out over the open waters. Meanwhile, some light snow for the UP of Michigan. Here comes an area of low pressure that could put down some snow in Washington, D.C. and Baltimore on Friday afternoon. That's something to consider, some light snowfall amounts, while our storm on the west coast stays right on the west coast. But by this weekend, it will be moving in. Look how cold it's going to be this weekend. Check this out.